Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Nikki Zick, and today we're going to be doing a peony garden watercolor artwork postcard 5x7. And you may ask why a peony garden in the winter, but I was going through some of my reference pictures and I really love this layout and I wanted to paint it. So here we are. It's a stylized peony done with mixed media, mostly watercolor, but then I did some accents with the water-soluble crayon to give the petal definition and a little in the leaves and stems. But I think it's a really fun project and it's easy to follow. So let's get started and I'll prop it up. I already did a line art, a quick little sketch of the placement of the flowers. And then I already have my watercolors ready. I'm going to use my 1/4-inch dagger brush and start with a carnation pink, which is a middle value pink. And I'm going to use 3 colors for each flower. A carnation pink, the magenta, of course, hot pink, and then a red, cherry red for accents. So right now we're just doing loose petals because it's the lighter shade of the peony. Just give it form. Then we'll go into the magenta. Keep your paints to a medium consistency, medium thick, because we want it semi-transparent. Now we add the hot pink, little dabs, brush strokes. Some coming off the top. Then I'll get my cherry red ready. And this one to put in the center little areas to create some darks. Some more pink on the top. And then I have my red-brown color crayon. I'm going to go into the petals, into the wet paint with the crayon to give the flower form in the paint. Then we'll move on to the flower above. Start off with the little carnation pink. Then go into the magenta. And then I have the cherry red, which gives it some darks. And then again, I go with the crayon. Next, we'll do the flower on the left. My flowers look a little dark. We'll go a little bit lighter on the next one. The paints will dry lighter, as we all know. Watercolor paints do. So you can keep that in mind when you're painting. And then I'll draw again with this crayon. And it separates the paint and also blends with the color underneath. Okay, we have a flower on the bottom, right? I didn't tape off the border on this artwork. I wanted to use the full page because the reference was even bigger than this, what I captured here. But I thought the full artwork 5x7 would be nice. And draw the petals again using a firm hand on the crayon. Then there's a little flower bud, blossom, and then the cherry red. Next we'll do our greens. It's a combination of an evergreen and the yellow green mixed together. I like to combine colors because sometimes right out of the pan they're too vibrant. So I'm going to start with the stem on the largest flower, and we'll go down and do all the stems first. And we have this flower going through. And now we'll do some pretty leaves. On all the flowers. You can give a little greenery underneath the flower head. There was heavy foliage at the bottom of my reference. So that's what I'll paint here. Make sure your paint is thick. And fill your artwork with leaves. Next, I have a deep green crayon that I'll go over some of my line work. And the paper that I'm using has a texture, so the crayon marking looks really nice on the textured background. And I'm just going in each leaf here and there, down the stems, and giving a little marking with the crayon to give an accent. Next, we'll do our lime green background. And you want your paint to be, I'm going to do wet on dry, and we'll blend it around. So we'll start in the upper left corner and go delicately around your flowers. Pull the paint out, add some water, and blend the color. Add a little more paint. And you're going to go inside the leaves, around the flower head, and continue it all the way to the bottom of the artwork. Start at the top again, go around the flower. This time you can just pull it across the top. We'll go around the flower heads because they're drier than the leaves. And just pull out the color with water and paint. A little more paint. Go down the edge. And this is a fast-moving artwork. As you could see, it didn't take much time for me to show you how to do it. And it's very pleasing, I think. I really like the addition of the bright green in the background Right now I'm going in and filling in all the tiny corners in between the flowers and the leaves with the lime green. And you could leave some white spaces. It's not a full covered background. And that's our finished artwork of a peony garden done in mixed media. So I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, please. And if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye.